Okay, let's look for the scholar. He must have left some kind of trail.
A scholar got separated and got lost somewhere out here in the Wild Spire Wastes. But we're going to go find him. I don't know where to begin to look. We're just going to have to go in different directions and see if we come across anything. Grab some of you guys.
Oh.
Ooh, little buggers are hard to reach.
Oh.
And I get the last one. Nope. Got him. Alright, I got them all. Not gonna try. I'm going to try not to get too sidetracked. Just going to search. Let's see where they take me. Where you taking me, old friend, old buddy, old pal? 'Cause we did this with the ancient forest, but I didn't do it with you. Oh, he takes me here.
Wait, what's that there? Wait! What's going on with the scout flies?
I don't know. Oh. Found their book. Uh-oh. Oh no. We found lunch, for whatever it was. And we're clearly tracking a monster. Okay. Yeah, indeed. Thorns and spikes and such. Okay. There's the old cactus.
Is that the scholar? What's that he's sitting next to? It looks like a Baroth?
It does look like a Baron. Well, this can't be good. Let me collect these the samples from these last few clues. We'll go talk to the guy.
God, don't let him find me. Don't let him find me. Oh, I saw it. No, the Juratotus, that didn't kill the Baroth. It was,
New target. New target. Hunt that Juratotus. Uh-oh. You've been hit with water blight. That's gonna put a damper on your stamina recovery.
Well, it's not gonna put a damper on me cooking his ass.
Get yourself out of that gunk before you do anything else.
I forgot to mention,
Watch it.
I noticed that the game's volume in the last episode was way too loud. Windows has a bad habit of like changing audio settings without my permission. A lot of it has to do with the fact that I use Bluetooth earbuds, and when one pair dies, I select another pair while I charge the first pair, and then when I stream, I typically have switched to using my headset here. So I think I had used just the earbuds in the last stream, and it wasn't using the correct audio settings, so I noticed it's a little loud, but I honestly don't think it's going to matter all that much. I will say that I'm a little upset with myself for not just keeping the original episodes that I did of Monster Hunter a couple of years ago. Having to sit down and redo this playthrough, while it's fun to play through this game again, this is going to be the third time I'm doing it. Because I recently just did this playthrough, and I had let, you know, my friends join and everything, and then I had one of my moments that I tend to have this past weekend and in the beginning of the week. You know, I got in my own head, and I got depressed, and I got upset, and I said, well, you know, maybe it's best from now on if I just have me and Tyler be the only people on my channel. So I ended up scrapping the Monster Hunter playthrough that we just did. So here we are, a third time. I'm not going to do it again. Like, this is me putting my foot down with myself. It was just really bad timing, honestly, because last year I made the decision that I needed to fully let go of some of the social media platforms that I was on. I knew that it was a moral, you know, I knew that morally I had to leave Twitter. Twitter is dead. It's a, you know, shell of its former self, and I can't abide by the nonsense. When Elon Musk bought Twitter, he gave a lot of Nazis their accounts back, and a lot of like right-leaning people who were dangerous. I knew that I couldn't be party to that. So as much as Twitter is the de facto go-to social media platform for everyone, I don't think that's the case anymore here in 2024. I definitely think people have splintered. Some people have gone to Mastodon, some people have gone to Blue Sky, some people have gone to Threads. People have just found new homes. Some people are rediscovering Facebook, you know, and that, I was just finding out the other day, I guess Facebook's 20 years old this year. God, I didn't really think about that. But as it stands now, I made the decision, and I need to stand to it. I need to not go back on it. So, you know, going forward, I will just be on Instagram and Threads as far as like Twitter replacement. Because I've been on Instagram since 2017 or 18. I made my Instagram account after I made my Twitter, but really enjoyed my time on Instagram. You know, I really enjoy uploading pictures and stuff like that. Give me a second. I just need to check something on the backside of Streamlabs. I'm so paranoid now all the time that some setting's going to be messed up somewhere. So I find myself constantly checking. But, yeah, I can't take it anymore. But it's also for my own mental health. I see that our current Surgeon General is asking, not asking, I guess he's proposing that we put a health warning on social media platforms, specifically for younger people, kids, teens, whatnot, citing that it's a detriment to not only their mental health, but their physical, because so many people end up, you know, committing schmooshmide on, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. They commit suicide. I'm always complaining about YouTubers who are trying to get around the algorithm so they can... No. Hate when YouTubers do that, so I'm not going to do it. Hi, bud. One of the things we do need to do after this hunt is I need to see if I can upgrade any of my stuff. I want to hunt a Rathian or two, a Rathian or two, so that I... Oh no! Well, at least it got him too. Damn! If it hadn't gotten me too. Get up! Get up, 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 get up. Aw, we wore off at the same time. That's generic. God damn it. Yeah, I think social media has had a profound negative impact on me over the years. And, because you heard me try and sugarcoat the word suicide by saying shmooshmad. Yeah, YouTubers have a bad habit of that. The algorithm searches for certain words, violence, sex, stuff like that, heavy cussing, and it will demonetize YouTubers' videos and shadow ban the video in the algorithm. YouTube will take measures like that just to appease the advertisers, and I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, but yeah, I decided last year that this was a move that I was going to make. I was telling Tyler, I'm not going, like, I'm setting my 40th birthday as a barrier, as a threshold, and once I reach that barrier, I'm letting go of the past, failed, like, friendships of the past, failed hopes and dreams from the past, mistakes that I've made in the past, you know, things that are no longer bearing fruit. I'm just going to cut those limbs off. And one of those big limbs for me is social media, because from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed, I have my phone in my hand, and I'm constantly on Twitter and TikTok and Instagram and Threads and everything else you can imagine, and I want to stop that behavior. So, oh, Baroth is here. So, a few days ago, I decided to take the plunge and do it early. I decided not to wait until September, till my birthday. So now, I'm kicked the platforms that I'm no longer going to be using. The first to go was Twitter. So I deactivated Twitter, and then I followed suit with Facebook. And I never liked Facebook. I was a huge...
Maybe we can use this to our advantage.
Oh, look, it's the cactus guy. Don't run before I can grab you. There you go. Look at them go. But, yeah, I was a big proponent of MySpace. I thought it was really cool and really neat. And then Facebook came along and kind of destroyed Facebook. And then, of course, over the years, Facebook has kind of been the king platform for misinformation. It's not even 100%. I mean, a lot of it's Facebook's fault. They will straight up lie to you and publish bullshit. But a lot of it is also the user base. Facebook, let's face it, you have a lot of people from middle America who the only thing they know are their high school relationships and then work. They work for 30 or 40 years and that's all they know. That, their barbecue and their country music. That's all they know. So you have a large swath of the population in America that's very, not just miseducated, but undereducated, and they make stupid and poor decisions both in life and with their voting and what have you. And they get on Facebook in ignorance. I'd say most of it's ignorance. It can't all be malice. The last 7 years, a lot of it's been malice. But originally, Facebook was kind of a really bad place to get information because it was just Facebook moms, stay at home during the day moms who had no life, had nothing to do, saw somebody post about how, I don't know, let's make up something random. You put sugar in your butter, then put it in your socks and put your sock over your bed while you go to sleep and it'll cure cancer. And she'll repost that, and then Debbie down the street will see it because she's also on Facebook perpetually, and then it just goes from there. It spirals out, and everybody just constantly shares that misinformation. And I woke up to the power of fact checking and Googling back in the early 20-teens because my friends and I, you know, being 90s kids and 80s kids, we tend to have, we're pre-internet. So take a rumor like Marilyn Manson removed one of his ribs so he could flay himself. You take that and everybody believed it because they had no way of fact checking. Or that the little geeky boy with glasses from the Wonder Years was Marilyn Manson. 2 seconds of Googling, you could find out both of those things are wrong and false. Neither one are true. And that's all you got to do is just Google. And people don't Google. People just get on Facebook. Well, Facebook said it's true. Janine, the school board, you know, mom leader, whatever, said it was true. She posted on Facebook. She wouldn't lie. Well, it's not that Janine lied. Janine also is just reposting some bullshit information she got from somebody else. So, yeah, I can't in all good conscience be part of Facebook anymore. It is just the worst of the worst. And I'm constantly, you know, dealing with anxiety and stress as it is. I don't need Facebook in my life being bullshitty. There's a reason that I don't go hang out with all the people I've ever known in my life. There's a reason that I don't keep in contact with all the people I've ever known in my life. I'm much happier with very few people. I don't want to reconnect with them on Facebook, and I sure don't give a shit if Todd bought a new shirt. That line in Parks and Rec was great. But for as great as I think the internet is, as far as its utility and purpose, you know, all of man's knowledge in your pocket at all times with a smartphone, I think that's fantastic. But it bears a certain responsibility not to post bullshit that just because you think it's real or feel it's real because you trust the source. Sources are often wrong. Tammy from down the street don't know what the fuck she's talking about. I don't care if she's an honest person in real life. Her little Facebook post can be wrong. The other thing I also find very annoying about Facebook is Facebook Messenger, because when I friend people on Facebook, it's so I can like have their timeline and see what they're up to every once in a while when I do happen to open Facebook for whatever reason. But I'll get random messages from people sometime wanting stuff or trying to sell stuff. And these aren't strangers. These are people I know in real life. but I don't want you soliciting me with your bullshit. You know what I mean? I've also used Facebook Messenger for the past 6 to 7 years to keep in touch with my Facebook Pokemon Go group. It's how we organize raids and things like that, and it's been really great. It's been really useful. But now that Pokemon Go is dead, I think it's time to let that community go. Niantic did create an app called Campfire. It's supposed to be a media app where you can keep track of all your friends across all your Niantic games. I guess now you have just a straight up like Niantic account that houses all your game accounts. So you're playing their Harry Potter or their Pokemon or Ingress or Monster Hunter Now or whatever it might happen to be. You can stay in touch with all your friends across all your games through the Campfire app. So I still have that on my phone along with Pokemon Go, because I'm afraid to completely ditch Pokemon Go, because I know as soon as I do, Game Freak's going to do that bullshit that they did with Meltan and Gimmighoul. There's always going to be now that one annoying fucking gimmicky Pokemon that I need Pokemon Go for. It's bullshit, and I hate it. But,
You did it. But I can't shake this feeling that there's something really bad about those thorns.
yeah, those thorns are... Oh my god. Get the fuck up and carve! Jesus. But that's my hot take and my rant on where my head's been recently. And I just wanted to cut some of the stuff down and cut it out. I just wanted to make some changes. And when I made those changes and I decided to permanently, you know, get rid of those social media apps, I thought it's time to go ahead and start removing people from my life who I don't hang out with, who I don't talk to, who don't talk to me unless they want something. And I do have a few like that. Most of the people in my life at this point have gotten to become strangers to me, honestly. Now, a few years ago, I was doing pretty well with my friends. We were playing games and hanging out. You could see that in the vlogs, but that came to a screeching halt. We had to, you know, let somebody out of the friend group and send them on their way and stop, you know, talking to them. And from there, I just went back into my little hidey hole here in my room.
Gather round, everyone. We're ready to begin.
It seems important. We'll get back to my stories when we hear what he has to say.
Thanks to you, we've made great strides towards understanding the tracks that have turned up across the continent. Our researchers have done some projections, and now we know where Zora Magdaros will go next. It's heading for the Great Ravine.
The Great Ravine? The huge valley out past the Wildspire?
Correct. So I have a proposition for all of you. I say we try and capture Zora once it gets there.
Have you gone mad?
Capture it? Hear me out. The ravine is the perfect terrain for staging such an event. We're not going to get a better chance than this.
If we don't take this opportunity, it could be a decade before the next opportunity presents itself. Maybe longer.
Is it even possible?
If I said it wasn't, would that stop you?
Let's give it a go. With the 5th supporting us, our chances are as good as ever.
Then it's settled.
Before we send the hunters out for the capture, we need to secure Astera. An Anjanath has been active in the area. Not the kind of monster you toy around with. We'll need a plan for it.
You're right. Hunters, you have your next assignment. Take care of that Anjanath. But be careful. The Anjanath is a fearsome monster. One slip-up and you're done.
Commander, if I may, I think I have a great idea. Hunter, I could use your help. Drop by later, if you will.
Another thing, that troubling report we received. Think you could...
Right.
Good then. Let's get this show on the road. We have an Elder Dragon. Everyone dismissed.
I sneezed. What'd he say?
We should probably listen to what the chief botanist has to say before we do anything else.
I know, I'm on it. Okay, chief botanist. Not me sneezing in the middle of his meeting. Ugh.
Good to see you.
Not me having a rambling fit in the middle of an episode. I feel like Grandpa Simpson. Oh no, I am getting to that point. I am getting old and rambly. Oh no. Oh no.
Whoa.
Toby Kadachi, huh? I'm on it, Chief. Okay.
Our next assignment is to hunt a Toby Kadachi. We should be able to find it in the ancient forest.
We just put this stuff away.
Hey, partner. In order to use one of your specialized tools, you'll need to equip it from the item bar. They're used just like any regular item, but their effects only last for a limited amount of time. If the tool you're using stops working, don't worry. It'll recharge after a while.
Okay, and that'll allow me to hide if I'm in a pinch. Found his tracks. We found his tracks. But it's only been a few days, and I'm already considerably more happy not waking up and checking those apps and being on those apps all day. I'm not expecting there to be too much FOMO. And I'll tell you what my overall test was for that. Oh god, there's the angina. Today was Nintendo's big, I don't want to say annual direct. They have a lot of directs, but this would be the E3 equivalent. Since E3 is no longer a thing, we'll just say the big summer reveals. Because June is historically the month that all the game companies reveal what they have going on. Again, because of E3 in the past. But since that's no longer a thing, we just get directs. And social media has played a big part in the death of E3. No longer do you have to spend thousands of dollars to fly out to California and buy a ticket to get in. You just go to their YouTube page and see what the company is doing. And I champion Nintendo for that, because they're the ones who brought us Nintendo Directs in the early 2000s. I think 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, somewhere in that general area. And ever since, again, you just get the news directly. And 7 years ago, they announced Metroid Prime 4 for the Switch, and I think a few years in, they said, well, we've scrapped it. We've gone back to the cutting board. We've given the project back to Retro Studios, and they're going to be working on it. So for 7 years, we've heard nothing. And then today, we got a trailer for it, and we got a new Mario and Luigi, a new Mario Party. We had a lot of announcements today. The old me would have reactivated all my social media accounts, jumped on, read what people were saying, heard people bitching and complaining because their favorite franchise wasn't there, or something akin to that, I would have ranted, I would have raved, I would have said, well, this is great, I'm glad we got this game, but it wasn't enough because of reasons A and B, and just a bunch of bullshit. Like, I used to be as bad as the rest of them. But I tell you what, I have had a fantastic day. That presentation was this morning. I was able to lay down and get a nap in after it. I woke up feeling great and refreshed, and I worked on stuff all evening. Kobe Gadachi is really cool. Really cool. Look at him. Of course, I love monsters that have electric abilities. He's kind of like a flying squirrel snake monster thing. I don't know. But yeah, not once today have I felt the urge to reactivate fucking Facebook or Twitter. I made a post or two on Threads about it. You know, oh look, we got our Metroid Prime 4 trailer and it looks great and yada yada. And I didn't post all day on social media, and I didn't spend all day on social media reading what other people said. I talked about that a little bit in today. We started our playthrough of Sonic Rush, and I talked about this a little bit in that playthrough about how I was able to just cut loose and have a good day. Like there was no fighting, no arguing with randos on the internet. You know, I didn't have to worry about trolls coming in and, you know, under my Twitter posts, and I didn't have to block and report. And again, none of that matters now, because now that Jackass bought Twitter and he gave all the Nazis their platform back, nobody's moderating Twitter anymore. So no matter if you report it or not, it's not... Nothing's being done when you report Nazis on Twitter, let's just put it that way. They're just getting away with murder. They're saying the most fucked up, horrific things a human being can say, and nobody's doing anything about it. But I tell you, this has been a blessing. It's something I should have done years ago. I don't know why I didn't. So now, if somebody in the real world wants to get in touch with me or contact me, they're gonna have to come to my house or hunt me down. It's the 90s all over again. They're gonna have to try to find a way to obtain my phone number. No more Messenger. No more getting on Facebook to see what I'm up to. Oh, it's great. I love it. And I don't, you know, and it's one of those things where I don't want 100% be off of social media. You know, I still want a way to connect with my audience here on YouTube. Of course, I know I have the community tab. We didn't used to have that. Now we do, but I still want like a way on social media to interact with people who are watching me and whatnot. And it's still a good idea to have at least one social media app. That way you could get news. Because I'm a millennial, so I get all my news from the internet. I don't have cable, and print is dead, so I'm not picking up a newspaper every day. Again, I'm reading the news online like a normal, sane person. You're still reading a newspaper in 2024. It is 100% just because you like the newspaper, which is fine. You know, I'm not going to give you crap for that. If it's a fill texture thing, if it's something you've done for your whole life, you're like 80 and you like it, that's totally fine. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying that for me, I prefer social media to tell me. And it's not like I'm, you know, like I was saying about earlier with Facebook and misinformation. I'm not getting my news from randos on social media. I'm going after trusted sources You know what I mean? And having delved in the video game industry for the majority of my life, I know what sources can and can't be trusted. I know who to listen to. I also know how to verify sources and things like that, you know. So, there's that. Alright, is he gonna jump? But I am. Oh, I missed. You are so freaking cool. You just don't know how cool you are, mister. Oh, I need to sharpen. I don't think this will work, but I'll give it a shot. That was not the right thing. Oh, it did work. Sweet. Gives me time to do this. But it really puts things in perspective for me. It really shows me how, you know, I could have been happy years ago had I just cut the dead weight. I highly recommend you guys do the same, you know. If something isn't bringing you happiness, if it's weighing you down, if it's really causing a lot of stress, get rid of it. You don't need it. You have a finite number of years on this planet, and it's best you don't waste them on fucking Twitter. Something I wish I had done a long time ago. He must be exhausted. He's just kind of standing here taking it. And I don't know if I mentioned this when we first started this playthrough, but they added this armor that I'm wearing to kind of help people make the jump into Iceborne, the Iceborne DLC. At least that's what Tyler told me. Sounds reasonable. It's, I call it baby's first armor set because it really holds your hand throughout the game and you don't have to make another armor set. Just make a few tweaks to this one and you don't ever have to change this armor, which is good for our playthrough. It's not something I want to do with Rise or Wilds. I want to fully flesh those out and play them, but just for getting through the story elements of World, because it's a replay through, it'll work for our needs. We're still going to need Tyler's help with Iceborne, because those monsters are really tough. Twice he did that to me. Did he just open a secret area? No, he just burst through the trees, I guess. Toby! Tobes! The Tobster! Where'd you go, bud? We went up this way. Oh, I see something important. Oh, there he is. I was going to go the wrong way. The stupid Scoutflies were going to lead me the wrong way. They do that a lot. Oh, I should have sharpened before coming in here. Oh, I got that sharpening right before he hit me. Oh, I'm hidden. Oh, that's cool. Oh, not the poison. Well, at least it'll get him too. Get up and run. He is poisoned. No. I don't want his tail. I want to get up here. Oh, he bit me. Just gonna walk over here and wait a minute. Oh no, those are Anjanath footprints. Oh, you came back. Well, he's limping now, at least. Wait. He is right into the poison. He should be just about done. And now you're not going anywhere.
You need to load the slinger with some ammo. See anything useful lying around?
Oh, I'm surrounded by plenty of useful things. Whee! Yeah, I forgot what I was saying earlier. I feel like I ramble, and I feel like I take a long time to get to the point when I tell stories and talk about stuff. But I have noticed that for the past year or two, I tend to like just react to the game we're playing. I don't talk as much as I used to. I don't really have that much to say anymore, unfortunately. But tonight I felt like I needed to talk about that and express it and get it all out on the table and let you guys know where I stand and what's happening. And so you definitely need to follow me on Threads. It's really a shame because I went to Blue Sky hoping Blue Sky would work, but we just couldn't get enough people to make the change. I had a real hard time getting people to leave Twitter too, because there's a few people I follow on Twitter and they're only on Twitter, and try as I might, I just can't get them to try other platforms, which is sad. It makes me sad. Yeah. Oh, I really need to do this. I really also need to go to the bathroom. So as soon as we take out Toby. He cannot make up his mind, can he? Toby!
To the chief botanist.
You got it, dude. As soon as I carve up this beast. But yeah, you see how I'm quickly progressing through the story without having to grind monsters and build armor sets and stuff. It's because of this particular armor set that the game gives you. And it wasn't present in the original version of the game. They put it in for Iceborne. And I'll probably come in after the fact after the initial playthrough of this is over and we get through the story mode, I'm sure there'll be episodes in the future where I just get a hankering to play it and I come back in and I make random armor sets. I'm sure that'll be a thing. But Yoshi, where's she and G? Hurry up, I gotta pee.
You're just the awesomest.
Awesomest, huh? The trees probably is making what you need to smoke thing.
Hunters of the 5th, come see me.
The tree's
Got an urgent
growing.
quest.
Urgent quest, eh? Okay, hang on. Everybody
New
wants
products in
something.
stock.
Yes, new products. New products. A lot of ammo. Some bait. Okay.
All right. Oops.
Okay.
Hold nothing back.
You got
Okay,
it.
time to wrap up defending the base.
All right. So we're gonna have to take care of that engine now. Well, I knew it was a matter of time before we had to take down the big T-Rex looking monster. Right. Yes. Oh, that stupid egg mission everybody hates. Alright, well I think that's going to do it for this episode of Monster Hunter. I need to run to the rest of the room. We'll pick back up here next time and we'll hunt that engine off, and I believe that's going to quickly lead into the Zora Magnaros stuff. So we'll tackle that as well. We also now have...
We got this.
we should have some optional quests as well that we need to go in and tackle. Let's take a look. Yeah. Snatch the Snatcher. Okay. Okay. Ugh. Of course. Okay. So, that's what we'll work on in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and listening to me ramble about my musings on social media. Get off of social media. Do you some good. It's done me some good today. See you, folks.